long as you know what the numbers mean.
See, that's where the problem comes in.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and write the formula up top here again just so that we're aware of it, and then we're just going to work on solving them. We've already done number one. That was our warm-up question, so I'm going to move past that one, okay? We've already done number one. But the formula is x equals, can you fill out the rest for me?
Negative b plus minus radical b minus 4
b squared over, beautiful. So it's really not that bad, right? Like once you've seen it, once you kind of looked at it, it is a little intimidating, but it's not bad. I told you guys my wife, her teacher made her learn a song. So it goes to the tune of Pop Goes the Weasel. I'm not going to sing it, but you like read it all out, and yeah. I'm glad that we have internet now and don't have to do that. Okay, so if I set it up, you guys should already have it set up. This one should be x equals 4 plus or minus square root negative 4 squared minus 4 times 1 times 4 over 2 times 1. Is that what you guys have for number 2 on your homework? Awesome. Awesome.
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's just go ahead and talk about how we solve it. Remember, we can't do anything with this 4 plus or minus, so basically the majority of our work is going to have to do with what's inside that square root or that radical symbol. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to rewrite it over here just to give us a little bit more clarity, a little bit more clearance. And so we're going to have negative 4 squared minus 4 times 1 times 4. And then once we work through that, we'll bring it back into the rest of the problem. Here's the hardest part. Whenever we do a square, we're multiplying that number by itself. So for instance, we're doing negative 4 times negative 4. Negative 4 times negative 4. Well, anytime we multiply a negative by a negative, what do we get? Positive, good. So we're going to end up with the square root 16 minus 4 times 1 times 4. And once again, I know that we really want to subtract there because that's just what makes sense in our brains, but because of order of operations, we have to multiply before we ever subtract, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do negative 4 times 1, which is what? Negative 4. Negative 4 times a positive 4 is what?
Negative 16.
So now I'm going to end up with 16 minus 16. 16 minus 16 is 0. Well, the square root of 0 is just going to be 0. Okay, we're all okay with that? Now, if I come back to my problem, we're going to have x equals 4 plus or minus 0 divided by 2. Okay, is everybody with me on that so far? Probably look a little confused. What's wrong? Okay, so now if I break down my problem, I take it to the final step, the next step, we're going to have 4 plus 0 divided by 2, 4 minus 0 divided by 2. So I'm going to end up with 4 divided by 2, 4 divided by 2, 2 and 2.
So we only have one x at the side.
Yeah, good. Well done, Hayden. So let's kind of backtrack on this. What's the maximum amount of x-intercepts that we can have? 2, right? We talked about that yesterday. We can have 2. What's the least that we can have? We can have 0, right? If we just have that weird quadratic that's like really shifted up high, and there's nothing below it, then we can have 0. Or you can have this opportunity where you end up with just 1. Oh, sorry, I'll grab that. This better. Yes, ma'am. Okay, thanks. Bye. Ben, I need you to take out your stuff and go to the office. Who knows? Maybe she's early dismissal. Maybe she's early dismissal.
But they always tell you that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Maybe she's having a bad day.
I wonder if justice got
They always.
It's Steven.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh. Shut your mouth, guys.
All right, thanks.
I got it right. Did I?
Steven, yeah.
Oh my god.
See y'all.
Steven and Ben?
Oh yeah, it was justice.
He got
Didn't you come to school for like 1 day?
He legit know. Yesterday he came to school.
Hey, sorry, y'all. Be good. If you guys need anything, let me know. We'll go from there, okay?
Oh, I'm good.
He came
I'm off tomorrow, but hey, I'll still check my inbox, so if you guys have questions, I'll get back to you.
It only matters how much.
Bye, y'all. See you then.
Man, you've been out like 5 times, dude.
Yeah.
Two.
Alright, there.
What do you just hear yesterday?
And he's gonna.
Yeah, but the whole thing is.
All right, y'all, let's get back on it. Let's get back on it.
Just.
Okay, so as you look at this one, we got the 2, 0, 2, 0. We only have that one solution. And the reason that's the only one solution is because as we make the U shape or the parabola, we can't have two lines that go through the same spot or it wouldn't be the parabola. Bye, Steven.
Bye, Steven.
Bye, Steven.
See you later, Steven.
Bye,
Good
Steven.
night, Steven.
Cool? Are we all good with that? All right, awesome. Let's go to number 3 now.
Yay.
All right, I want you to go ahead and try number 3 on your own. Just see what happens. You got nothing to lose here. Let's see how it turns out. You already have the formula written out on your paper, on your homework from last night. So why don't you just go ahead and try to solve it. So I got 2, 0 and negative 3, 0. Did I lose anybody or we feel good about those?
I got the opposite. I got 3, 0, negative 2, 0.
That's impossible.
So right here, Evan, did you end up with negative 2 plus 10 divided by 4? What'd you end up?
I ended up with 2 minus 10.
So I think right here you just left off your negative for your b value. At the beginning of the problem, the formula where it's negative b plus or minus. What's up, Aiden?
Can you put like the stuff inside the radical into the calculator to have that
Sure.
to it? And
Yeah.
if it doesn't work, then.
It would work.
Well, if it doesn't work, then that means it's 0.
What do you mean it doesn't work? It would always work. It's always just going to be manipulation of the numbers.
Yeah, but like if it doesn't work like this unreal numbers, wouldn't that mean it's a 0? Because it couldn't happen.
Sure, yeah. Yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah. What's up, Katie?
Wait, but I don't understand anything after you do the 96 plus 4 equals 100.
You don't understand how to square root 100?
Well, not really.
You hit second, x squared, 100, and then hit enter. Do you see where the x squared button is on the left side of your calculator?
Yeah.
So you hit second because it's like a second function. It's that little blue thing in the top left corner. And then it'll open up the square where you can type the number 100 and hit enter. Alright, cool. Let's try, I want you to try 7 and 8 now. Let's just do 7, I'm sorry, let's just do 7. Because 7 is one that we have to actually manipulate now, so I want to make sure that you understand that idea. So try 7 for me real quick, and then we can probably start wrapping up for the day from there. Hey, what y'all doing? I'm gonna edit the Canvas page real quick so I can show you what it looks like now. I believe it was 2, 0 and negative 3, 0, okay? Give me just a second, Katie, I'll come over there.
Dude.
Uh-oh.
Awesome, thank you. Abby, your Chromebook's in the office.
You said awesome.
Hey, yeah, so I took the homework assignment off of tonight, so you won't see it on there. So literally, like, you'll just have tomorrow, you do your writing class, and you'll have your assignment in class tomorrow, okay? Okay, well, where's your division? Where's the 4 that's underneath there? So yeah, that's good, then you gotta divide both by 4. Yep, so you can measure your 4 is right there, yep. No, negative 2 plus 10 divided by 4, and then negative 2 minus 10 divided by 4. Yep. What's up, Miss Hamilton?
I want to interrupt you
You're fine.
teaching.
What's up?
His NJHS application went to my junk mail. We are giving him grace.
100%, yeah.
Okay, just stick it in my box, or if you want to just do it
Can
now.
I use this? Do you
But
mind?
I don't care.
Online. So I don't know specifics, but has not missed a single one,
That's what everybody says, he hasn't missed his own.
and he is extremely respectful and asks questions, tries very hard. Like, I mean, no, I think he's gonna be perfect.
The kid we don't want to lose.
Correct. That's a great way to put it. Yes, ma'am. So we got negative 16 times 3, which is going to give me negative 48. Is that right?
Sure. Yes.
And then that's going to be over 8. So it's going to be negative 8 plus or minus. 64 minus 48 is 16 over 8. So negative 8 plus 16 divided by 8, and negative 8 minus 16 divided by 8. Is that correct? So we end up with 1 and
Did you square it? You didn't square it.
4. Yeah. You're right. So 4. So negative 8 plus 4 is going to give me a positive 4 divided by 8 is going to give me negative 1/2.
Nope. Mm-hmm.
And then we're going to get